Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. Today, I have with me the energy of a group that's been coming through quite a bit in this last year called The Ascended, which is a gathering of souls of high spiritual consciousness and understanding. And today they want to talk about the return to love. And interesting enough, just before I came on, they said you need to consider this concept and present it to the people in the way that they can understand. It's very simple, and it's biblically speaking. If you want to look at Christian scripture, there's a statement in Luke 17:21 where Jesus is asked by a Pharisee where the kingdom of God was, and Jesus remarked that the kingdom of God is not there or there. The kingdom of God is within you. In the 7 years we've been teaching our master classes with the support of our guides and angels, ascended masters, other multidimensional beings that actually facilitate the classes through me and our other mediums, that's been a pillar, understanding that all your suffering, and again, a lot of the suffering that's going on the planet today with people is because they're disconnected from that divine sacred place that lives within every one of us. That divine sacred place that lives within every one of us, whether you're rich or poor, good or evil, this intelligence, this love, this kingdom of God, if you will, lives within everyone. Doesn't matter what you're saying or doing. You could be doing the most horrible things. You could be doing the most wonderful things. But the same love, the same divinity exists within all human beings. In fact, if you believe Hinduism, then it exists in everything, everywhere. And how then do you begin this process of returning to love? The people that do horrible things do them because they're disconnected from love. So I'll tell you something, and they tell me this all the time. Anyone who is intimately connected to the vibration of love inside themselves will do no harm, because their whole character and demeanor will be expressing that function of love. And so there needs to be a process that you can follow. You don't have to take our courses, and you don't have to take anybody else's course, but you do need to know the path. How do you begin to return yourself to love? Because people that do evil things often do them to gain some sort of self-importance or some sense of value, some sense of meaning in their lives, because they don't have any in their own mind. In this world that we live in today, a lot of people are given information and ideas that are not very high vibrational. So the journey begins in 2 steps. The first step is to realize that you are needing to put your body into a state where it will not be active or distracting you. You need to take your physical body, sit it down somewhere, because your body's an instrument that's designed to follow your instructions. You need to sit it down and pull your attention away from the senses. This is the first step. If you want to begin to return to love within you, and that love is the love that beats your heart, digests your food, circulates your blood. That love is universal in every human being, but not actual in every human being. In other words, it's not being expressed by the human because there's resistance or a disconnect from it. But that's the first step. Get the body still and quiet so it's not distracting you. What you hear, what you see, smell, touch, taste is no longer competing for your attention. You pull yourself away from the world. That's what you're doing. Step 1, pull yourself away from the world. That would also include your mind, your memories, your emotions, to pull your attention away from that which is of the world. Pull your attention away from that which is of the world. So you get your body settled down and you pull your attention away from your mind, your thoughts, your memories, your emotions, your expectations, your anticipations, your hopes, your aspirations. You pull your attention away from all of that. So first step, get the body quiet. Second step, pull yourself away from your thinking mind. And two things are going to begin to happen as you do this. The first thing that's going to begin to happen is you're going to start to feel peace. The only reason people do not feel peace is because they have conflict going on within their minds or conflict between themselves and the world around them. So when you pull your attention away from the world and you pull your awareness away from your mind, you're immediately going to begin the journey towards peace. I promise you, this is a real truth. If you don't believe me, you can come on live with me and I'll demonstrate it for you very simply and easily. I'll let the Holy Spirit do it through me with you. That there's an intelligence that lives in you right now that can do anything. And that once you give up your worldly possessions, and that doesn't mean your money in your house, it means literally putting your mind, putting your body, putting the world aside. You understand what we're saying? Put your mind and body aside. So you sit your body down, pull your attention away from the senses, pull your attention away from your thoughts, your memories, emotions, and restore silence. That's what happens. When you begin to turn your attention away from your thoughts, your memories, and emotions, what begins to happen is you begin to restore peace. Because the only place you don't have peace is in your mind. So when you put your mind and you put your body aside, the things that distract you, keep you caught up in the world, once you do that, you begin the journey towards peace. And we've had hundreds and hundreds of people come through our master classes, and without exception, every single one of them says when we take them through, whether it's Master Jesus or Buddha or Archangel Michael or Archangel Raphael or Archangel Gabriel, whoever's doing the work through me, without exception, people have always said that was the most amazing feeling I've ever had. Or at the very least, I've never felt anything like that in my life. This is the first time I felt peace. And there are many, many other statements. You can go to my website and check out some of the testimonials that people have left about their experiences in our master classes. I'm channeling angels and archangels and other multidimensional beings that have as the goal restoring humanity to love. And without exception, everyone that goes through the process, and you can literally sit your body down right now, take a few slow, deep breaths, and give your body permission to relax. I'm giving to you right here what we give to students in the class, what was taught to them there. Except I'm just telling you the Coles notes of it. It's a little bit more involved a process in the classes because you're taken through a very beautiful lesson that's often given to the students, that we're taken through a lesson and then we're brought into a process of meditation. But we're giving you that process right now where you can literally, to the small degree that we are able to, get your body relaxed. Your body's designed to follow your instructions. So you get your body relaxed. You pull your attention away from the ears and the eyes. You go inward to the mind where there's thoughts, there's memories, there's expectations, there's maybe anxiety and fear in there. And you pull your attention away from your mind. You literally take your attention away from your thoughts, away from your memories, away from your emotions, away from your fears. You can do that. You are a sentient soul. You are not your mind. You're not your body. This is all of the world. Your mind and body are of the world. The statement, what does it profit a man that he should gain the whole world but lose his own soul, is really reflective of when we get so lost in the world, in the thoughts, the memories, the emotions, the expectations, that we forget our connection to our divinity. And when you get to that place where the body's relaxed and you can pull your attention away from your thoughts, you're going to move away from the distractions of blah, blah, blah in your mind, and you're going to move towards peace, towards who and what you really are. And in that movement away from your mind and body, you also begin to move towards the divine, towards God, towards the ascended masters, towards these high vibrational teachers that will come to you. And they will. They'll come to you. They'll give you inspiration. They'll give you wisdom. They'll give you knowledge. They'll give you truth. And all you have to do is step out of your mind and step away from the body for but a few minutes. They've always recommended that people should do this for at least 20 minutes every day, at the very, very minimum. That you sit your body down, put your thoughts aside, and relax. Be in that stillness. There's another statement. Be still and know I am God. Another profound statement to consider. So this journey of returning to love, there are simple steps that you need to learn to take. It's much more effective and efficient when you're in a learning environment where you're actively working with other students, other teachers, where you practically get to be held by the hand and taken gently through the process of how you get your body quiet and calm and peaceful so it does not distract you anymore. Thank you very much for that. Secondarily, you learn to teach your mind, because your mind is so caught up with this thing and that thing and over there and this, that, and that memory and this thing and this thing. Your mind is like that all the time. And when you could turn to your mind and say, be still, be still. Imagine you could turn to your mind and say, be still, be quiet, be peaceful. And you actually instruct your mind. Thank you. You actually instruct your mind as you instruct your body to be still and quiet and peaceful. And what they had asked me to do today was to share these steps with you to the degree that they recommended I do this. Because you need to understand whether you're left, political left or political right, because there are radicals on all sides. They're caught up in their mind and wanting to be right and proving other people wrong. There's lots of people caught up in that. But they said this simple process, whether you are rich or poor, healthy or sick, this process is universal, that when you teach your mind and body a different way of functioning, you'll begin to return and restore yourself to love. And you will also begin to restore your mind and body to love. Because when you start to connect to the divinity that lives within you, the love that gives you the very life and the heartbeat that you have in your body, because you don't beat your heart, right? You don't beat your heart. And when you start this journey of returning to love, you will begin to remember peace. And in the remembering of peace, that's when you can begin to hear the voices of Jesus and Buddha and many other ascended masters who would love to share their wisdom and knowledge with you. If you're willing to step away from all that you think is so important and go inward to that place of stillness and silence inside and begin to remember and feel yourself as the divine manifestation of God's will that you are. You are a manifestation. Your mind and body are made up by the world, but your soul is made up from the divine. And when you return to your soul, you differentiate yourself from the mind and body, you begin to restore peace. That peace that is your true nature will begin to remake your mind. You'll start to have a desire to give up thoughts that cause you discomfort, like wishing harm on other people or wishing harm on yourself. Those thoughts are low vibrational thoughts you've acquired from the world. You weren't born with those thoughts. And this simple two-step process, again, it's just as, yes, I will. They just want me to convey to you that these are just the basic steps. Learning how to take the steps is a little bit more involved than what we're communicating to you through this one. But the fundamental principle is the same. That once you put your body and your mind into a position where it is no longer distracting or disturbing you, you begin the journey of returning yourself to love, which begins with the vibration of peace. Peace is the beginning of the revelation of love. When you restore yourself to peace, you begin to restore yourself to the revelation of love, the love that is deep within you, that love that beats your heart for you right now. And our goal is very simple, to offer you the knowledge that no matter who you are, what you think, what you feel, what you believe, you have the capacity and the capability to restore yourself to love and peace. If a pill or a drug, if sex or if cars and houses were the mechanisms by which you could return to peace, then you would be seeing a very peaceful world right now. But you can see in this world, there are many that have many things, much money, all the lustful sexual things they could desire and want, but there is no peace, because you can only find peace within. And from within yourself, you can bring your peace to the world, but you will not find peace in the world. You can bring peace to the world, as have all of our brothers and sisters, the one that you call Jesus, the one that you call Yogananda, the one that you call Buddha, the ones that you call Moses, Elijah. All of these individuals brought peace to the world from the house of their Father. And within you, that same doorway into the house of your Father exists. The doorway to love and peace is within you. And when you return to that within yourself, you can bring a wonderful gift to the world, which needs it right now with the confusion and suffering, the greed and the insanity that you see going on. It's not necessary and will quickly dissolve and dissipate when you bring peace to the world. And each and every one of you is made in the image and likeness of a divine consciousness. Does not matter whether you call it Yahweh or God. Does not matter the name, or divine love, universal spirit, oneness. It does not matter the name that you give it. It is the same profound, all-encompassing, all-embracing love that exists at all points of time and space simultaneously, but which must be consciously recognized, acknowledged, and experienced by you for you to know the truth of what we're saying. Being able to return to love happens with these first two steps. In conventional ways, you would call this term meditation. Now, meditation is not the process of thinking more, it's the process of being more and thinking less, remembering less, and being present, being in the moment. The kingdom of God is here now. And so you need to bring your awareness to that place of here now. And in the here and now, you will be restored to love. In your mind, if you were to be restored to love, it would have happened by now. You must give up the world to realize that divinity. And we do not mean you unalive your physical form. What we mean is you learn to put your body and your mind in the proper position relative to who you are, and put yourself in the proper position relative to that divine light that lives within you right now. And that you are fully capable and able of restoring yourself and returning yourself to love if you do so. You can literally tell your body to sleep. You can tell your body to smile. You can tell your body to jump. The body is designed to carry out your instructions. It's the vehicle, the servant that was given to you to help you through this world. The body is your servant, not your master. So too is the instrument of your mind. It's designed to serve you, not designed to master you. And many of you are enslaved by your own mind. And so the whole story of being freed, of freeing the slaves, means to be freed of your mind, to be free of your mind. And in bringing yourself to stillness and calm, you will begin the journey of returning to love. Now, what we have observed, that happens almost universally with the individuals that have come to us. What we have observed is that first, they learn how to breathe and relax the body. You learn how to breathe and relax the body. And that causes a feeling of well-being in the body, because when you teach the body to relax, you release the stresses on the body that are often there unaware to you. You're not aware of certain stresses in your body, but when you deliberately direct it to relax, you release those stresses from the body, the nerves, the organs, the glands, the muscles. And this also begins a process of stilling or calming your mind. So you can begin changing your mind simply by the act of teaching your body to relax fully and completely. The mind is affected by the body as the body is affected by the mind, but you are the instrument that can affect both the body and the mind. You are the instrument that can affect both your body and your mind. And when you bring your body and you bring your mind into the stillness, the body is now relaxed. It's at ease. You're breathing and teaching your body how to release and how to relax, how to let all the muscles be still and calm and peaceful, and just let the body relax. You direct it to do so. And then you move your awareness to the place of noise and confusion, of memory, of emotion, of anticipation and expectation. You move your awareness to the place of the mind, and you do the same thing there. You say to your mind, be still, be still, be still, be still. You give your mind permission to not think for a little while. These two acts, carried out by your will, entrains both your body and mind to be your servants and no longer your master. It begins that process of teaching your mind and body to no longer be your master, but to be your servant. And in the very experience, what you will experience as your mind and body under your direction are guided to be still and quiet and peaceful, as you gain proficiency and clarity in doing this as an act of your own conscious will, your sense of physical, mental, and emotional well-being, balance, and equilibrium to your consciousness will begin to return, because you're literally taking the very substance of the world in which you find yourself and putting it to rest, to put it at peace. And then you begin to experience what you truly are, no longer defined by the incessant thinking in your mind or the unrelenting emotions that some of you might be experiencing, or the distractions of the body, the noises and the smells and the touches. When you surrender the hold that the world has upon you, you begin the journey back to love. And it's through the way of peace. And when you restore your body to peace and you restore your mind to stillness, the journey towards love has begun. Your return to love begins when you understand that your mind and body are the instruments that you've been given to learn to bring to the world that which you came to bring to the world, and not simply to come here to expect from the world what you think you should expect from the world. You came to this world with a gift, and many of you have forgotten what your gift is because you are disconnected from your peace. You are disconnected from love because of the distractions in your mind and the confusion that the world has provided for you. But we can assure you that the gift that you came to bring to this world still lives within you. It simply needs your recognition and acknowledgement and acceptance of that gift. And the only way you can accept it is by knowing how to receive it. And how do you receive it? You put your mind and you put your body aside so that you can be open and receptive to that gift that is not in this world, is within you. When we came to this one today, we said very specifically it was for the purpose of laying the foundation of the simple steps that you can begin to take and return to love. You can return to love now. You don't have to wait until tomorrow. You can literally return to love right now by quieting and calming your body, bringing your mind to a place where you say to it, be still. You do not have to think for this little while. Be still, be still, be still. And as your mind and body repose themselves under your direction into this place of stillness, you will begin to feel the vibration of what you are again. You'll begin to feel the familiar bliss that is a natural effect of being a divine entity called a soul. Or ultimately, that's what you are, a living soul, fashioned by the hand of a consciousness that is based in the infinite conception of love. And you begin to experience yourself as that vibrational state that you are. You begin to experience yourself as what you really are, and not what the world has convinced you to believe you are. But these two steps must be undertaken. It is far more favorable for you if you find individuals that can guide you in that process, that can show you the simple, easy to follow mechanics of teaching your mind and body to be still and quiet so that you return to peace and then remember love. And in returning to peace and remembering love, remembering what you are, the function of your purpose will begin to reemerge back into your consciousness. You are too distracted by the world to remember the profound wonder of who and what you truly are. You are a profound wonder. That's what you truly are. Your mind and your body may confuse you at times, but that will not take away the reality of what you are. Even in your confusion, you are still whole and perfect. You're just simply distracted by the confusion. What we seek to bring to you is the simple steps that you can take to return to love. And then let the gift of your love be that which you would offer the world around you. You did not come here to take from the world. You came here to give to it. You did not come to take from the world. You came to give to the world. We wanted to simply articulate this for you so that there's no more confusion, that you understand that the return to love is in your power to do so. You have the ability to return yourself to love, not the love of another person or the love of a food or the love of a sound or a smell or an adventure of the world. The love that is what you are as the prodigal child of the divine one. Understand that that's what you are. And our only function through this one is to assist and facilitate anybody wishing to return to love in the simplest, shortest, and most effective way possible. For time is very important in this physical dimension. It's meaningless in the function of eternity, but it is important in the function of matter in this world. So time becomes very important. But this is the shortest and simplest steps we could offer you to return yourself to love. And we would hope that you would honor that to the best of your ability, that you would come to understand, at least be open to considering the possibility that the truth of what you are, outside the confusion of your mind, the distractions of your flesh, that you would consider the reality that you are love. Not that love is something for you to acquire, but something that you are. And that love will be causative to your mind thinking a certain way and yourself doing things certain ways. Love has very precise and specific words and actions that it gives life to, just as fear gives life to certain functions and actions that are of fear. They're very different. But we offer this to you today, that you hear these words and begin the journey back to love, which is within you, to that which was in you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, everybody. Someone asking here on YouTube, I had an experience while meditating yesterday. My whole body jumped on its own. Any message? Yes, they gave you a big jolt, Drusilla, to wake up. Wake up. Give up those things that enslave you to this world. Give up those things that enslave you to this world. Yeah. I know it's really funny when the divine suddenly jumps in and says, hey, wake up. When God steps inside of us and says, wake up. It's a very funny thing. Congratulations. Oh, thank you so much, No Name. I appreciate that. I know, I'm just going to take a look here. Questions. Oh, you're welcome, Drusilla. Hi, Jasmine. Sending love. Amanda's asking, I feel a new energy around me starting this Reiki journey. Is there a new energy guide master around me now? Yes. There's not only the masters of the master that's teaching you right now, but there's also the masters such as Yeshua is with you as well. You'll find when you start to move towards the function of transmitting, like Reiki is not just a passive energy, it's literally connecting to the source. And that source energy by nature is healing. And healing is a function of love. So what you're feeling is the energy of the function of love coming through you, Amanda. And you're going to feel that presence not as something that's just around you, but something that moves through you as you go through your training. Congratulations on your journey. It's a wonderful thing. Oh, you're very welcome, Drusilla. Yeah, it's fun when God jumps into us like that. Eh? Wake up. Wake up. Hi. Let's see if I can brighten my screen a bit here. There we go. That's better. So I just had to get this out. There we go. So I had to adjust my device here. Hi. Inner love and awakening is what we're talking about here today. Hi. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the likes. How many likes are we up to today? 2,300 likes. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Remember to tap that screen. What tapping the screen does is not for me. It's for the people that by your tapping the screen, the algorithm recognizes that this is an interesting communication, and it will send out notifications to more people that might be interested in this. So you're actually elevating the transmission to other people. And that's why I say to you, tap the screen, like, subscribe, share, thumbs up. Make this information. Because again, what they've been doing through me for the last 7.5 years is simply one message: return to love. It's only two masters you can serve in this world: love or fear. You can serve love or you can serve fear. And that's fundamentally what all the master class about, to guide you back to who you are, which is love. You are love. You are love. Oh, you're very welcome. Lauren's asking, I'm trying very hard to forgive those who have trespassed against me. Don't try so hard, just do it. When you've truly forgiven them, there'll be no more trying. When you've truly forgiven, there'll be no more effort needed to forgive. True forgiveness simply means that you let go of your attachment to the anger, the pain, the judgment that you have. And in so doing, you move into compassion for understanding that the other person is operating in ignorance and not understanding. True forgiveness means it is done. There's no more trying. When you've forgiven, it is done. So if you're still trying, it's because you have to let go inside yourself the anger, the fear, the guilt, the judgment, the shame that you hold in your heart. And when you have let that go, that does not mean that it will relieve the other person of their behavior, but it will relieve you of the burden of your own judgment. So that's what forgiveness is: to let go of those things that you hold on to about the world around you, right? Forgiveness means the word forgiveness, originating from its Aramaic roots, literally means to let go of. To let go of, right? Very fascinating thing. Hello, Jacqueline. Good to see you. Jacqueline asking, any message for me at this time? I don't know why, but somebody's telling me you need to practice singing today. Sing songs of love today. They're telling me to tell you that. Sing songs of love today. Of love. Do that. You'll find some really wonderful things happen. That's all they're going to tell me. Is you're going to find wonderful things happening to you as a result of that. All right. 11. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So yeah, so we will. I think I'm going to wish you all much love today. I want to say thank you to the Ascended for their message about returning to love, and I hope you remember this. It's not a complex process. People that are you see some of these people that scream in your faces and yell, and the blue haired and the pink haired, and the people that are really operating out of fear and anxiety. They do not understand. They are in such pain. They're lost in the pain of their own minds, the illusion of their thoughts, the deception that they've been given and fed by the world. Have compassion for anybody that's in pain, right? Have compassion for anybody that's in pain. When they're yelling at you, they're not trying to harm you. They're showing you that they feel harmed, that they feel pain, and they just don't know how to deal with it. So they attack to try and protect the part that's being hurt inside themselves, right? They don't know. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Yes. Do I have any message for you today, Cheryl? I'm getting a picture of you sitting on a tree stump with your bare feet on the ground. You're looking up at the sun. You're looking up at the sun. It's interesting because they're showing me that your bottom is sitting in the very center of that tree stump. You're not sitting on the edge of the tree stump. You're sitting on the very center of the tree stump. And I'm being told to tell you the reason you're being asked to sit on the center of the tree stump is because that's where the spirit of the tree still emanates up through the center. So you'll feel the energy of the tree. You'll be receiving information from that place. And that's a function of grounding. So you want to sit with your bottom on the center of the stump and your bare feet on the ground. They're saying the roots, if your feet can only reach the roots, then just put your feet on the roots. But it's very important you do it in bare feet. And again, clear your mind. Become open and receptive to the wisdom that can be given to you if you're open and ready to receive it. Wow, that's a really cool one, Cheryl. That's really cool. Thank you so much. Thank you for the gifts, everybody. Really appreciate that. Hi. There we go. Hello, Tanya. Question. We have air purifiers, but I'm not sure if you can tap in and see if we need to check the air quality inside the house. Anyone come through? If I should be concerned about with animals are sneezing. Your house needs a blessing. I'm being told to tell you that, Tanya. Your house, inside and outside, needs a blessing. A simple way that I'm being told to tell you that you can do that is you can get a bell that is pleasing to your ear. They want you to understand those words. Find a bell that when you ring it, the sound is pleasing to your ear. And then take that bell and go around the house outside and ring the bell and let it come to stillness at each point. So ring it, let the sound, that pleasing sound, fill the space, let it fall silent, and go around the whole house like that, different points, ring that bell. Then go inside the house and do the same thing from room to room to room. Every room, basement, bathrooms, kitchens, closets. Make certain you do this in every room. It's important. We want to re-emphasize that the sound of the bell must be pleasing to your ear. Wow, that's really cool. I like that. Oh, hello, Kathy. Good to see you. There's that screen. Thank you so much. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Remember to tap that screen. Hello, Maureen. Any guidance from Spirit during this time in my life? Hello, Maureen. Again, the call for love is very strong right now. We're seeing a lot of confusion and uncertainty around the world, but we're also being called to remember and commune and connect to love, return to love. like Maureen, that should be a priority. How do you feel and experience love within yourself? Sit with it. Be with that vibration of love as you understand it to be. Sit with it and feel it to the best of your ability. Now, I want to say something. There's lots of subjects that I can personally talk on, but I've been told very specifically the only function, the gift that I came here to give is to the simple direction of helping people return to love and channeling the wisdom, the knowledge, and information of the ascended masters for that purpose. As this is what humanity needs more than anything else. Humanity doesn't need more facts and figures. It doesn't need more political parties, and it doesn't need more stuff, more cars, more planes, more trains. It doesn't need more stuff. Humanity needs to return to love. Right? Remember that. Our whole focus, especially if you're here now, if you're here on this live event, your whole focus needs to be, how can I return to love's function? That needs to be the focus of humanity right now. How do we return to love? And again, the ascended masters that work with me, I bear witness to miracles every single day. I'm sharing this information and knowledge and wisdom of theirs with you. I bear witness to people profoundly changing before my very eyes. And once you start the journey to love, they will jump in with you. When you start to move towards love, and you start moving away from anger and judgment and attack, and when you start to move away from that back towards love, your guides and your angels, guides and angels are of higher vibrational frequency. Your guides and angels are there to help you, not to hinder you. You are free to cause your own suffering. You're free to do things that hurt you. They will not help you do that. They will not guide you in that. They will guide you back to love when you're ready to make that journey. So they'll know that. That needs to be your focus. Return to love. And there's simple, again, you can watch the replay of this video on my YouTube channel and listen to what they said in the beginning about what the simple basic steps are to beginning the journey of returning yourself to love. Right. It's a wonderful thing. Oh, that's wonderful, Lauren. Vertical, let's see. Vertical's asking, was it a major download last week when the muffled sound in my ears lasted for hours? And when I thought it was the computer making the sound, yes, it was. You know it was. But your real question is that you're asking us is, what is the download? And we would say to you that you were here today to hear these words. It is to bring love back to the world, to bring the gift of your love to the world. And that gift of love that you might have might be a new innovation. It could be helping people to wake up. It could be many different things. But that's what it was for you, darling. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you for those hearts, Belle. I really appreciate it. Hello. Oh, you're very welcome. Do I have any? Yeah, we got to that too. So yeah, I'm going to wish you all much love today, and to my students, I will see you guys at 4 p.m. this afternoon. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a wonderful time, and we'll wish you all much love. If you want to know more about the courses, the classes the Ascended Masters teach through me, go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and check out our upcoming masterclass series, which begins October the 10th with our Masterclass 101 Awakening, which is a 3-week program in person, live through Zoom, where we run our classes from Sunday to Friday for 3 weeks. You will be in a class for at least an hour a day, and you're going to learn and you're going to experience your return to love. I want to wish you all a wonderful and a joyful day, and I'll talk with you on the Friday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. Bye for now.